Oswego Speedway running the rFactor simulation on the pole from Mexico, New York in the Walkers, Cleaners, and Tuxedos number 38. It's Kyle the Cobra Clark. Clark in the 38 starts on the pole. Next door to him from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, driving the Exide battery, singular cellular, number 55, CPR Motorsports driver, steady Steve Callahan. Callahan in the 55 starts second. In third starting position, his teammate from Geneva, Ohio, driving the icings on top, Mayfield Missile. Keep your eyes on that orange number 41 of Keith. Put one on you, Powell. Powell in the 41. Next to him, this guy is fast. 16.113 in his heat race, even though he finished second to his teammate who's on the pole. He hails from Mexico, New York. He is a fighting fireman. Ladies and gentlemen, it's D-Rock, Derek Backus in the 61. Now to row number 3, driving the first to finish race servers, number 35, Rocket Rob Warren. Warren in the 35. Got a little ways to go and some fast race cars in front of him if he wants to win this one here tonight. Next door to him from Stoneham, Massachusetts, had a heck of a heat race out there. Ladies and gentlemen, the driver of the Star Speedway sponsored number 7, it's Nelson Rodriguez. Rodriguez in the 7 starts 6th. And now to the final row, a couple of Midwesterners rounded out. On the inside from Lansing, Michigan, driving the Wholesale Diamond Exchange sponsored number 42, the Dowker Titanium Roadster, it's Carl Bonsai Becker. Rounding out the field from Goshen, Indiana, driving the number 25 RW Woodworking Machine, it's Bob Gangwer. 8 cars, 45 laps, ready to go here at the Big O, the home of the Supermodifieds. Clark and Callahan on the front row. Field rolling now. Now, this is an interesting situation in the first 2 rows, folks. Those guys got their handicaps back. But if you look at the rows, teammates are staggered up front. Powell for CPR Motorsports and Backus for Disturbed Motorsports in row 2. In row 1, it's Clark for Disturbed Motorsports and Callahan for CPR Motorsport, or for CPR Motorsports. So then you got a couple of next 2 rows are a bunch of loners, lone wolves. It's Warren, Rodriguez, Becker, Gangwer. Here they come out. Green flag flies at Oswego Speedway. 45 laps. Let's see if they can go. We've got all kinds of different lines going through 1 and 2. Up front, Callahan and Clark battling. As Rodriguez has some problems. The teammates now start to go at it as here comes Warren on Backus. Well, it seems like everybody's very loose at the start of this 45-lapper. Rodriguez coming after the 35 of Warren. Up front, Clark's starting to run away a little bit. Clark putting some distance between himself and second place, Keith Powell. Rodriguez in 6th place. Gangwer going to the outside of his friend Becker. Looks like Rob Warren's struggling a little bit out there tonight. He's running fourth. Or else Nelson Rodriguez has found some speed here this evening. That vacation may have done him a little bit of good. Rodriguez is doing a good job in his heat race. Now running in 6th position.
All right, yellow flag, back it down.
Flies. Caution flag is out. It's for the 42 of Carl Becker. Becker goes around, and that's unusual. He has been doing so good this year. Hardly any cautions caused by Becker. So, this is definitely tighten the show back up as guys are starting to get stretched out. Now, everybody seemed to be real tough on cold tires. We'll see what 8 laps in here. Tires should have been starting to get some heat out there. Becker in the pits, and he's coming back out. Normally, Supermodifieds don't make pit stops, but as you get the field lined up, that gave Becker time to go in and make a couple of repairs. And white flag's out. We'll be going green next time by the stripe. This might just be what Derek Backus and Rob Warren needed. They were falling back a little bit, especially Warren seemed to be struggling. Now he's going to have to contend with the 7 of Rodriguez, who sits in 6th place right now. Your leader, Kyle Clark, in the Walker's Cleaners in Tuxedo, number 38, with the icings on top. Sponsor driver Keith Powell, 2nd in the Mayfield Missile. We're bunching them up, coming off of turn number 4.
Green
flag flies here to Oswego. And right away, look at this. Warren goes to work on Backus. Good start for Kyle Clark, though. And Warren trying to get around Backus after this restart. Rodriguez and Warren slide high. Gangwer tries to go by down the front chute. It's Rodriguez and Gangwer side by side through 1 and 2, just like they were in the heat race. Warren struggling out there with a loose race car. Front stays the same with Clark and Powell, 1st and 2nd, and then about 5 car lengths back to the 55 of Callahan. Then Backus, then about half a straightaway to 5th and 6th, Warren and Gangwer. Powell trying to put the pressure on Clark. Top 4 really now kind of bunched up. Warren gets into the hub rail down in turn 2. And we're at the halfway point now. And it's still Clark up front with Powell second. Leaders coming up on the lap car, Carl Becker. Gangler gets into the back of Warren. About causes a crash. Everybody keeps rolling though, no caution flag. Those two have been going at it for fifth position. Clark now stretching that lead out to almost a second over Powell, but Powell has the pressure on though from his teammate. Kyle Clark keeps on keeping on, stretching that lead out. Ten laps to go. Still Kyle Clark right from the drop of the green flag through the restart. All Kyle Clark up front. Let's see if he can put it away. Callahan trying to put pressure on Backus. Can't really do anything with him. Eight laps to go. Clark coming up on heavy lap traffic. Well, big battle going on for fifth place at the back of the pack between Warren and Gangler right in front of the leaders. 3 to go. 3 laps to go. Can Kyle Clark hang on? Two-second lead for Clark. All he has to do is bring it home. And the Walkers, cleaner in tuxedos, number 38. White flag, this time by the stripe for Clark. And here comes Clark. Out of turn 4, Kyle Clark for the win. Powell second. Callahan. Then Warren, Gangler, Rodriguez, and Becker. Well, Kyle Clark is going to be awfully excited to have picked up this 45 lapper here at Oswego.